Here we are with part 3 of my Boum reviews. These are perfumes from the Boum range by Jeanne Arthes. These are real cheapies. They are totally awesome and I highly recommend, particularly these three, in my personal opinion, unless you really like kind of very sweet pink sugar style perfumes, in which case if you check out the first part of my 3-piece video on these, those will be the ones that are for you. If like me you prefer like fresher things and you like tea and that kind of thing, these are the ones to look at. You can get you can get 2 of these for sort of around about £10-15 for 100ml, sometimes cheaper. One of them's discontinued, so it's harder to find, but I'll start from the beginning. So the original Boum, which is this big beast here, this is a 100ml bottle. As you can see, they have these little, you just click these on and off to use the sprayers. They look like little grenades, little bombs. They're just super cute. So this first of an original Boum, this one, I would say it's slightly shampooey. It has a slight vibe of Ralph by Ralph Lauren, but also it's kind of a strawberry perfume, so it's like a fruity version of that particular perfume. So the original Boum, the notes in it are top notes of sugarcane, strawberry and black tea. Middle notes are raspberry, peony, violet, rose and freesia. Base notes are white musk, amber, sandalwood and cedar. Now this is definitely a freshie. It's definitely it's very easy to wear. It's light, it's sweet. I think really you get that strawberry, it's like a strawberry, a very juicy strawberry, a watery juicy strawberry, sprinkled with sugar, with a kind of little floral bouquet in the background. I think you can kind of get a sense of the tea, but mainly just because obviously tea tends to bring a watery freshness to a lot of perfumes, kind of clean and spa-like. And in this, whether you'd recognise it like specifically as tea, I'm not sure, but it definitely gives it a lovely lightness. And I often find that like a little floral bouquet, especially if there's peony in it, will make things a bit shampooey. But I think this is super pretty. It's really easy to wear. It's definitely got a lovely sweetness to it, mixed in with that slight sharp shampooey vibe. So it's not too sweet, it's not too sharp, it's not cloyingly sweet, it's not thick, it's very summery. It's a really, really easy reach Boum, and it smells like a lot of other things. Like I said, anything that kind of smells a bit Ralph-like. It also, I've had a few strawberry kind of leaning perfumes, and at the moment I feel like this might be the last one standing in terms of like a watery strawberry, just because I think this is an easier reach than some of the others. But so that one I think is super, super easy, and it's also quite easy to find, probably the easiest to find out of all of the Boums. So my favourite though, by a country mile, and this was my signature scent for a while, is Boum Green Tea and Cherry Blossom. I absolutely adore this perfume with a burning passion. I have, so many backup bottles of this because it's discontinued. There is no hint of shampoo in this perfume. It is stunning. Now, I find a lot of the fruity Boums to be very shampooey. And so when I first got this one, I actually had a miniature of this first. And when I first smelt it, my first thought was, this smells almost exactly the same as Elizabeth Arden Green Tea Pomegranate, which is a perfume I really, really like. But that one is very shampooey, and I kind of assumed that this would go in the same way. Actually, this does not go in a shampoo direction. It is a very juicy, watery fruit with a really noticeable tea. It's absolutely glorious. I'm obsessed with it. If you can find this perfume, absolutely highly recommend it. It's in my kind of top 20 for life, In fact, it's in my top 5 for life, I think, this one. So the notes are top notes of tea, lemon and pear, middle notes cherry blossom, blackcurrant and rose, base notes peach and musk. Now you can definitely smell lemon, but it's very much sweetened by that pear. The blackcurrant gives it a kind of slight berry vibe, but again, it's not too sharp. The tea is very, very present. The cherry blossom's present, but I get quite a lot of rose. And the peach in this is a very sweet, juicy, watery peach. It's not syrupy, it's not cloying. I'm very fussy about peach. It's absolutely lush. I love this perfume. It's probably my, along with skin musk, which is my kind of your skin but better easy reach. Boum is my fruity easy reach. It's the thing that I find the easiest and most comfortable to wear out of all of my 200 and something perfumes. The other thing I'll say is there is another perfume, sadly also discontinued, that I love, that smells almost identical to this one, and it is a Brocard perfume from their My Cup of Tea collection called Early Morning. Now that is tea, lemon and rose with a few kind of sweet notes thrown in. I think there might be some kind of blackcurrant or raspberry or something. That smells so much like this one, but not quite as sweetened. It's just ever so slightly drier, ever so slightly sharper, but is almost identical. It's why I never bought a bottle when I had a chance recently. If you can find green tea cherry blossom, it is my favourite Boum. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. If you like fresh, juicy, floral tea perfumes with a real fruity kick, this is for you. Now, this one's new to my collection and I'm super excited about it because this is Boum Savon. It only says Savon just printed on the bit on the back that says it's an eau de parfum. But this is another 100ml. You can get these at the moment from makeup.uk. They also have this on the Jeanne Arthes website. So if you're in Europe, you can get them from there, I think. This is almost exactly the smell of wet laundry fresh out of the washing machine. So it has a beautiful, watery, clean smell. It does smell soapy, but it's not too sharp. So it doesn't smell powdery like laundry detergent. It doesn't smell like detergent, like liquid detergent, when you like first put it in. So it doesn't have that kind of harshness, that harsh shampoo-y, like too kind of detergenty smell. But it very much reminds me of laundry when I take it out of the washing machine. It's got that beautiful, clean, fresh laundry smell. And it does smell soapy. It's like a bubble bath. It's like getting out of a bubble bath. Now, the notes in this, I don't really know how well they represent what it actually smells like to my nose anyway. But the top notes are almond and floral notes, which, let's be real, that could be anything. Middle notes, water lily and lily of the valley. Base notes, musk and jasmine. I'm super fussy about jasmine, but this is not a jasmine that bothers me. I can recognise that there's loads of different flowers in this that's giving it this smell. It also has a watery lightness that would suggest maybe some kind of fruit. But it's mainly a soapy floral, but it's a very watery soapy floral, and it's got a coolness about it. So that's what I mean. It kind of smells like that kind of cold, crisp, fresh out of the washing machine, wet laundry. Not that it's got like a dampness, it just smells fresh and clean. If you get a whiff of someone like just in the shower or just coming out of the shower and they've just used a really nice body wash or something, it's very, very pretty. It's also been compared on Fragrantica to Glow by JLo. I don't think it smells like Glow by JLo. I find that much sharper. It's incredibly, incredibly musky to me. I struggle with that one. I can't wear it. This one, if I'm going to compare it to anything, I will compare it to my Sarah Jessica Parker Born Lovely, which is a blackcurrant, cassis leaf and peony perfume that has like a watery freshness. So but it's also got like a slight sweetness to it, so it's not too sharp, it's not cloying, it's very light. It's what I refer to as, like, firstly a bit of a spa scent, which is the same with Boum Savon, but also it's got like if you want to wear something to the gym, Born Lovely is great. I feel absolutely the same about Boum Savon. This would be the most perfect sports and gym kind of smell if you just want to smell fresh, clean, totally not sweaty, but you don't want to smell sporty, you know? Because I think a lot of the kind of gym scents, I find, like things like light blue, that kind of thing, they tend to be quite citrusy or a bit woody, you know, slightly masculine to my nose. This is still, it's super unisex. It doesn't really lean in either direction, but I think on a woman you'd just think they smell clean and feminine, and on a man you'd think they smell clean and masculine. You know, you wouldn't go either way if you just smelt it on its own. But I think if you wanted to smell fresh and clean in the morning, so I mean, when I've got the urge to wear this one since I got it, is definitely first thing in the morning before I have a shower, and I just really just want to smell delicious, fresh, clean, but I haven't had time to actually wash my body to become fresh and clean yet, you know. So it's comforting, it's pretty. I think all three of these perfumes are super worth having. I think they're a bit kitsch bottle wise, but I think they're super cute, and like I said, I mean, you can probably tell, I absolutely am so happy that I just got Boum Savon. I was recommended that by one of my viewers, but I couldn't get hold of it for a really long time, and it just came out again recently. Green tea and cherry blossom, I adore it. It's totally worth trying it. I mean, unlike a lot of the other Booms, I really think green tea and cherry blossom is worth trying to track down. I think it's worth having an alert on eBay for it. That's how much I love it. But, you know, I really like tea perfumes. I really like very light, fruity, slightly aromatic perfumes. I love perfumes you can wear all year round. And although I'd say green tea and cherry blossom doesn't last as long in the summer, even though it feels like a summery perfume, it lasts quite a long time in winter. And I have a little miniature bottle of this at my parents' house so that when I go home to visit, I can just put this on because I love it. And I wore it over Christmas and it lasted like all day. I could smell it all day, and I absolutely love it. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed these videos, guys. I hope they're helpful because Boum are just a really nice and affordable range. I really like Jeanne Arthes just generally. I've got a few I've got some others to review that I don't actually wear, but then I've got a couple of others, Jeanne Arthes, that I think are really good. So I think generally if you're looking for an affordable perfume brand that's actually on the cheap side rather than just affordable, I really rate Jeanne Arthes in the same way that I rate La Rive. I think La Rive perfumes are really good and absolute bargains, and I feel the same way about Jeanne Arthes, but I think the Boum range is particularly fun.